Is Texas on the verge of a political transformation? For years, people have speculated whether the Lone Star State could flip from red to blue. In this video, we're breaking down the history, trends, and data to answer one big question. Will Texas ever become a blue state? Let's dive in. Every election cycle, we hear predictions like, "This is the year Texas turns blue." From the 2008 presidential race to 2020, political analysts have said time and time again that Texas is on the verge of flipping. The 2018 Senate race between Ted Cruz and Beto O'Rourke was one of the closest in recent history, and once again people thought Texas might finally shift blue. In 2020, many believed the increasing urbanization and changing demographics would tilt Texas toward the Democrats, but the state ultimately stayed red. Despite all the hype and predictions, Texas has continued to hold on to its conservative roots. But why has Texas remained so reliably red? Let's take a closer look at why Texas has been a Republican stronghold for so long. First, we have to consider the state's deep conservative culture. Texas has long valued individualism, small government, and low taxes, core principles of the Republican Party. The oil and gas industry, a powerful economic driver in the state, has also traditionally aligned with Republican interests against Democrat attempts to penalize them as a part of their environmental agenda. Second, rural areas make up a significant portion of Texas, and these areas tend to vote overwhelmingly Republican. While cities like Austin, Dallas, and Houston have been trending Democratic, the rural counties consistently offset those gains with strong Republican support. Finally, Texas has had strong Republican leadership for decades. Since George W. Bush's governorship in the 1990s, Texas has been dominated by the GOP at both the state and federal levels, creating a political structure that's tough to break. But despite its red history, there are clear signs that Texas could be on the verge of a political shift. Let's explore three key reasons why Texas might turn blue. The first reason is the continuation of its leftward trend in recent elections. While Texas hasn't flipped blue, it's undeniable that the margins are shrinking. The 2018 Senate race between Cruz and O'Rourke was razor thin, and in 2020, Donald Trump won Texas by just over 5 points, a much smaller margin compared to previous elections. More voters in the suburbs and cities are leaning Democratic, especially younger voters who are more progressive. Second, demographic changes are playing a major role. Texas is becoming younger and more diverse. The Hispanic population, which has historically leaned Democratic, is growing rapidly and is expected to outnumber the white population within a few years. Additionally, younger generations of Texans, particularly millennials and Gen Z, are more likely to vote Democratic. As these groups continue to grow and gain political power, they could push Texas toward a blue future. Finally, the migration of people from blue states is having a significant impact. California, New York, and other Democratic strongholds have seen an exodus of residents, many of whom are moving to Texas for jobs, lower taxes, and more affordable living. These newcomers are bringing their political values with them, and we're already seeing their influence in places like Austin and the suburbs of Dallas and Houston. If this trend continues, it could accelerate Texas's shift toward becoming a swing state, or even a blue state. So what do you think? Will Texas stay red, or are we looking at the next big Democratic state? Drop a comment below and let us know your predictions for the political future of Texas. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Texas politics, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Lone Star Dispatch for more great Texas content.